All right.
All right, Leszek. So nice to see you and talk to you again. Um, as you know, we both took Bruce's course. So when did you take the hypnotherapy course with Bruce Terrell and Northwest Hypnosis?
I took the course earlier this year. I believe it started in March through April into May.
Cool. And so you have an existing practice that you brought this into, right? So tell us maybe just briefly about why you were looking to add hypnotherapy and what the benefits have been for adding that to your practice.
Correct, yes. I initially started coaching in 2016, and earlier this year, I've been considering my practice and what kind of clients I want to invite more of. And I thought it would be great to have some more of those clients that I used to serve initially with various degrees of, well, let's say, trauma or just difficult past, difficult life experiences. And in my pursuit to find new tools and techniques to help these people invite them in and serve them, I came across hypnotherapy, and now I am actively using hypnotherapy or hypnosis during my sessions. Some of my existing coaching clients have received it very, very well, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Wow. Awesome. That's really cool. Now, you took the course online, and so there are a lot of different schools of hypnotherapy online. What was it that attracted you to Bruce's school?
Right, yes. There are plenty of hypnosis courses and schools out there. What attracted me to Bruce's offering was the fact that it was a live class. It wasn't some pre-recorded, off-the-shelf product that I've used in the past for like NLP training, for instance. I wanted more of a instructor-led interaction, and this is what really attracted me to Bruce's offering and his class.
Nice. Yeah. And by the way, that's the number one thing I hear is that people want to have a full live instructor the whole time. They don't want
Yeah,
to take half the class with just watching videos.
yeah,
This isn't
yes,
YouTube.
exactly,
It's paying for
exactly,
it. Yeah.
exactly.
Well, cool. And one of the things I hear a lot is that people want to join Bruce's class after they get a chance to see his energy and his style. What did you experience with Bruce's energy and style in the class, and what did you like best?
Um, so Bruce is quite funny, and I actually warmed up to him quite early on because I called him up about his class before it started for some information, and I introduced myself and I asked him um about his thoughts if I could easily blend hypnosis into coaching. I was specifically interested in various NLP strategies and if I could embed NLP strategies within hypnosis. So he gave me a lot of very useful advice, which I thought was very, very generous of him. I called him twice before I signed up, and each time he was just very generous with his time, with his advice, and I thought this is the kind of guy I want to learn from. I also, in his replies, I heard a lot of experience, many years of experience, and it was another factor that really convinced me that this will be my teacher for this next stage of my coaching or my hypnotherapy journey.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah. So it sounds like that you've also incorporated some hypnotherapy into your own life. So let me ask the question. What has been your experience in terms of the personal impact for you with the education from the course and from Bruce regarding hypnotherapy and your personal life?
Um, Gosh, that's a good question. You know, I've been so busy focusing on my clients and so excited about introducing hypnosis to my clients' lives that I've I've forgotten a little bit about myself. But I can give you a good example from the class when we did student to student practice around weight loss and or maybe like a weight loss mindset, stopping emotional eating, that kind of stuff. I was the practice client, and my friend was the the practice hypnotist, and I knew this is just a I knew this is just a practice session, but it affected me. It affected me. I've noticed myself throughout the following week that I'm not snacking as much in the evening, and it hit me on day 3 that wow, this is probably because of that session, like, because it was so strange for me to not snack in the evenings, and you know, it took me 3 days to realize that I just had a session around that with my friend, even though it was a practice session. It really impacted me. So that's maybe a funny example, but it's, you know, the class, I think anyone could take it even for a personal healing journey. You know, not necessarily if they want to become a hypnotist and run a business like I do, or like yeah, run a business like I am right now. But if they want to learn some useful skills for relaxation, quitting smoking, they can hypnotize themselves. You know.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. So there's a lot of reasons why someone might take hypnotherapy for their practice, for their personal life, for the journey, for their ability to add it into something else, or just to be 100% just hypnotherapist. Let me ask you this. If someone is looking at different courses and different instructors, what would you say for anyone considering looking at Bruce's course?
Um, First of all, that it's live, it's instructor led. It doesn't rely on you viewing videos for hours on end and then checking in with an instructor. Everything is taught to you live. The students that I met were all great, high quality people, with a similar mindset. So, meant as sorry, I lost my train of thought. You can edit this out. And one other thing that I can tell about Bruce, and I've mentioned already, is his experience. You know, this guy started doing this in the '60s, and he's just deeply humble, so generous with his time. Like, he doesn't have to do this. He's retired. He doesn't need to do this, but he finds it fun. He likes to help people. He likes to help people resolve other people's problems. Like, I still call him up sometimes and say, "Hey, Bruce, do you have a moment? Can I ask you a question around this client?" And he's always sure. Yeah, this is just so helpful. So I would take his class again and again anytime. Highly recommended.
Cool. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the course and about the training that you think would make sense for people looking at it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the course has been designed by the NGH, National Guild of Hypnotists in the USA, and Bruce follows it and builds upon it as well. We received books to go with the course and some support materials, which, you know, I still haven't explored all of it. There's just so much, but also Bruce builds on it so skillfully. He, you know, his 60, 50 years experience, he also shares his own scripts that he devised 10, 20 years ago. So it's not just a dry following the course page by page. Let's turn your course book to page number 77 and read. No, he really builds upon it so that we have a deeper understanding of what it is that we are supposed to be doing and how can we really impact someone's life.
Nice. And now the last question I would ask, there are people out there charging twice and 3 times, and in some cases even 4 times as much for for a hypnotherapy training course. Many of them also use a lot of video. What would you say the value proposition is in terms of the course? Do you feel like you really got your money's worth compared to other courses, or just standalone? What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'd say this course was a bargain. Like, I previously paid um up to $8,000 to $9,000 for one-to-one coaching, and that ended up heavily relying on videos and recordings of presentations and then some group calls. This is something I really wanted to avoid. The course that Bruce led gave me so much more one-to-one attention, within the class and also after, just purely through his generosity. I only paid, I think, a quarter of the amount of what I paid with a personal coach that meant to teach me some business skills, but I ended up in front of the computer watching videos most of the time, and then sitting on a group call where I didn't even get to talk every week. So with Bruce and this course and the course fees, it's a bargain. More so if you like I can speak from my own experience. I have an established practice. I already made my money back. I've started advertising my services as a hypnotist, and within 2 months from graduating, I've earned that whole fee back. Helping people around grinding their teeth, smoking, chewing nicotine gum, sleeping, better sleeping, stress and anxiety. Supporting people however I can, and it's people respond to that and are attracted to new ways of trying to fix their problems if they tried a number of things that didn't work for them. So I'm very pleased financially as well.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Of course.